Anyway, we're trying to get them fired up, get the corn heads off. We just stuck them in here before it rained. Get the flex heads put on some trailers, check them over. I'll be cutting beans in, I don't know, I think a couple of days, but Bob and the neighbor seem to think it'll be next week. It's Thursday. I believe it's Thursday. Yeah, 'cause I got a funeral for my brother's falling on Friday tomorrow. So yeah, bring back. It's early Friday morning and we're trying to get some stuff moved down to that buddy's shed. So anyway, hooked up the spreader. This is how I've done. I bought one of those that's got a ball here, and I took the ball out and I put a category 3 hitch stud in it. And anytime we need to move anything, it's got a single hitch like that. That's how we do it. All right, we're gonna hook up corn head. Well, this is his old shed. It's a 36 by 72, I believe. I put my boat in, one corn head, spreader, elevator. We're gonna bring a grain cart down. We don't want much in front of that. We'll need that out for top dressing wheat and putting corn on, but yeah, we still got a lot of room in here if we can utilize it. Thank you, Miles. Working on the header this tonight or today. Everybody runs into this where these reels are wore out, these reel bat arms. The bushing wears and the bat arm wears. Anyway, I'll show you here in a second, but we just take these nuts. I've seen guys, hang on, lost my vice grips. I've seen guys do different ways, and we've done different ways. We've done pipe, we've done half pipes. Anyway, so we just got a bucket of these nuts, and we just tack a nail to them, and then fit them in there the way we want them. Weld them up, burn the nail off, go to the next one. So anyway, we're putting new bushings in the arms. We've rebuilt these before. Probably won't do the center one just because we're short on time, as always, pushing things to the last minute. New bushings in here. There's a nut on this side, plastic nut. You take it off, then you pull this out, stick a new one in. We're using the old nuts, just WD-40 in them. Tighten those on. That arm goes, this arm swings up into there, obviously. This end doesn't need rebuilt, just a new bushing. So we've rebuilt the center one before, as I stated. So not the outside, but the next one in, and not the outside one, but the next one in. These are the ones that have taken the brunt. So anyway, I'll bring you back when we get that. I got one down here, I guess I already did. Yeah, put the nuts in, fill it up, shape it up, and we use a flapper wheel. Never use a grinder, it just doesn't form to it. Anyway, so that's what it looks like, and you'll never wear them nuts through. I'll bring you back here. We do take these fingers off too, the close one. Bob got the last ones a little worn. He almost had to buy me a couple new ones. We got a little spray bottle that we put water in. We'll just keep that cool so it doesn't burn the next one down. So anyway, yeah, I think we should be cutting beans this afternoon, but we ain't got there. Be lucky we get there tomorrow. Alright, so this is after Bob welded it. Built it up on the nuts. We'll hit it with the flapper wheel quickly. That one's quite as pretty as the other one. Bob's still learning to weld.
You said I welded too much on the other one.
Well, that's going to be functional for sure. Alright, we'll put them together here. Cool it down again, and I guess I can show you how these go together. Spinning you around. Alright, we got this. Grab one of them steel clamps there, Bob. Right here. Pull that apart. Bob's got his gloves on. I'm going to run down here and get a bolt and a nut that I left. Those are halves. You slide them together. That can go ahead and put that on the inside. It goes on the inside. Steel clamp goes over the outside. It's got a couple little notches in it. And then you run that up the impact bar. Then I run them through with the impact. They kind of catch. Bob's all about doing her by hand. Like brand new. Probably ought to put some paint on those for you guys. We don't worry about it. Rust will protect that. On the inside, like I said, we put pipes, half pipes, but you can already see they're starting to wear. And I put a new shim in there, bushing in that just now. But anyway, Bob's putting the fingers back on. We take those outside two fingers. I guess I told you that. Now I'm repeating myself. All right, I'm gonna put the other two on. Bob's gonna put those two on. Put clamps on the end, and that bat will be done. All right, on these ends, well, it's gonna be a little tough with the sun. And Bob hitting me with the reel. Okay, these ends, they got a nut. I've already broke this one loose. Screws off. Punch the other. Well, I may have to go to the other end to show you. Knock that one out. Old one there. New one. Big difference in them. So that's the old one. They've got little flanges on them. Have to go a certain way. Sit in there. And then you put the nut back on. Well, it's 6 o'clock the next morning. It's Saturday morning. Probably should have been cutting beans yesterday afternoon. But we still had stuff to do, as I told you. Thought Mom had a pair of dikes in here. So anyway, I don't know, Bob's not around yet. And I'm trying to get some sickles out so we can replace the sections. The sections there. Anyway, yeah, it's a little dark yet. Sun will be up in about 40 minutes probably. Oh, real dark. I'll bring you back. Alright, it's about 7 o'clock. I've got both sickles out. And I just twined them to our header trailer to get them up high so I could work on them. The ion lights and light bar, don't use it a lot. I bought it for the spray tender. But boy, I sure like them. Alright, I'm going to get some sections pulled off and see if I can get some of these replaced. Bring it back. 7:41. Where's the time go? Alright, I got half of my sickle in. These are all off, loose. Just gotta pull them off. Drop new ones on. Get the nuts on. Lights are still on, but I don't think I need them anymore. I think Bob would be out shortly. I got his sickle pulled right there, but working on mine. This is not a hard job, just time consuming. It's a little bit better up here than on the ground. Alright, I'll bring you back. We have one down. It's 7:54. So I started about 6. Had to get everything around. I got pulled out of that one, replaced. Pulled out of this one, get it replaced. So anyway, hope to get to cutting some beans today. All right, I'm back over at the house. I got both those sickles rebuilt this morning. I got one in. The other one slid in. It's just not bolted in. Bob had a football game, Cody's last football game. So what we're doing, I'll flip you around. I'm just checking this machine over. It could be tightened a little. Put the rotor, put the rotor in high. And I'm gonna adjust the blocks on the shoe. As you can hear, I got plenty of help. I got McKenna Rose and Carter Thomas. These are my grandkids. Kenna's been wanting to help Papa put a video on YouTube, so she's gonna be on YouTube today. Are you gonna be on YouTube, Carter? Yeah. So they're helping me today a little bit. And she's quite a singer. She likes to sing. And he's a dancer, I think. Good kids. And they're... Yeah. What do you see? Airplane?
Arrow.
Oh, she sees the cormorants. An arrow, she said. Those are cormorants migrating. I think that's what we call them.
It makes the arrow.
All right, fellas. I'll get something done here. Bring you back. Keep my helpers busy for a little bit till they get cold. These are the two that are moving out here that I've been doing the dirt work for. When they get a house built, they'll be here on the farm again. All right. Okay, on a gleaner, these blocks have to be within a credit card width of the shoe. So you just knock these 3 bolts loose and then adjust them accordingly. Over the past, I broke this shaft that runs the shoe twice. But I've owned this combine for a lot of years. Not that that's acceptable, but I have done it. So anyway, I'm just making sure these blocks are tight so the shoe doesn't move any more than it should. I still got one helper. And the other one went to the house already. Okay, you can hang on to it. You can use it. This is your feeder reverse. Reverse your feeder house if you plug. But people overlook this chain. This chain runs full RPM all the time. It only runs backwards, you know, to slow RPM when you are reversing. But they let this chain get loose and then it eats the backside of this sprocket when it slaps. I'll bring it in a little tighter. Anyway, on the back side. So, you know, you want to make sure you keep this chain, you know, like any other chain, just snug. And on that, you have to loosen this bolt and this bolt here. And then there's 2 bolts up there. Now don't loosen these 4, this one and that one, which I did. That just releases your motor. It doesn't release your slide mount. So you loosen those 4, and then of course you just tighten it with a jam bolt here. So we got that snugged up, and we're just going over it. Put oil in it. Was a little bit low, but not bad. Yep, just checking it over. Got the sieve set. Got the rotor put in high. Got the concave adjusted. Getting close. Here's more of them Titan tires. Beautiful. 80% tread, but you know, split sidewalls. And I'm going to BKT on everything. I put these on a couple years ago. They've been in stocks. I know one lonely farmer says they're soft. Maybe they are. I haven't run them long enough to really I guess no. But as he stated, the sidewalls are not a problem on them. I think that's about the first BKT I've put on. That 4640, we put those 480 metrics on it the other day. We put BKT on it. We've got a little bit of wear from the stalks. These Titans, you hit right here on the stalks. I'll show you the other side. When you pick corn, yeah, I didn't clean that up yet. But when it runs right on the edge of the road, boy, it just eats the heck out of those tires. I mean, chews them up. And I suppose that'd probably be with any tire, but sure makes you sick. You don't have any stock stompers. All right. Well, it's about, I don't know, 3:30 maybe. Finally got running to a lot of odds and ends stuff. Trying to get things as good as we can before we got started. Like I said, just making the first pass here. I'm on where we were setting GPS on a planner, so it's kind of stretching me on my 10 rows here. Running 525, Bob's running an 825. Yeah, you can see there's a road there that's wide. Said it's kind of stretching me to my full potential. Anyway, I cannot see the bend the way the sun is. We do not have high hopes for these. These are Pioneer beans. Awful hot and dry. Don't know. We'll see. Think there's anything to show you back there. Like I said, I can't even see back here. Well, we're just making a first pass through and check some combines, check some moisture, and go from there. Alright, I'll try to give you a little update here. Cut 4 passes on the end rows on this half of, we've got 80 acres here. Bob's done the same on the other side. He's over there somewhere. We went up and down the center once a piece, up and back. And yeah, that's where we're at. The beans actually, the quality, yeah, you can't see that. The quality of them's better than we thought. There's nothing here. Yeah, it ain't good. We knew it wouldn't be good. But anyway, we're gonna cut them and see where we end up. Be like the grumpy farmer. You guys tell me my reel's running too fast. When beans are like this, you have to run them fast, or you don't get them cut off. Trying to get over a terrace here and get things lined up. Passed Bob somewhere. I thought he was about even with me, but I don't see him, so he must be behind me. So anyway, yeah, there's like 78 acres here, and we are about a mile and a half from the house by road. I guess a half mile as the crow flies. I guess we'll just keep working on them. I guess I can't remember. I think I told you we started at 3. Talked to Bob a minute ago. I think it was closer to 3:30. I think it's a little after 4 now. So yeah. Yep, is what it is. I think these beans, we may have one place southwest of here. It's only 52 acres there. They might not be this good. This good. That's a relative term, but you know what I mean. Then I think the rest of our beans will be a little bit better. I think I'm pretty close at calculating generally. I've had my combine for so long, I can tell what's in the bin pretty close. You figure your speed and what you're covering an hour. I know pretty much what my combine will cover an hour. I think I'm going to tell you we're in the 14, 15 bushel range, and I'll let you know when we get back. That one across the road is ours. That's the one in the corn. I told you I'd hope if it went 72 I'd be happy. I don't know if I ever told you. It ended up going 70, 78 I think, 76, 78. So for the way part of it was, we got wheat back in it. It's greening up nicely. So anyway, I gotta turn here and keep my head out of the dirt. Alright guys, I'll probably throw this on. I had a couple other things when we were getting ready and a few odds and ends. I'll probably just throw it on, then start at something again tomorrow when we start cutting. Later guys. I brought you back. Waiting on a truck. My boy's bringing my semi over. They got some tiny beans in there. Green beans, pods. Some of them pods are soft. Moisture's 11.6 on the bean. So we're gonna knock the heck out of this 80 before we get out of here. Got that side over there, probably like 35 minutes over there maybe. And Bob's got a little more left. He had trouble with a sickle section, got hung up. We ended up having to take it out. It was an end one. So anyway, he'll be a little bit behind me, but not too bad. I don't know, get this thing knocked out tonight, that would be amazing. I had not planned on it. It'd be great if we could. Alright guys, now I'll let you go. Later. Not sure how many times I'm going to tell you goodbye. Just finished this 80. Got a good solid legal load on that one. And we're parking them and calling it a night. It's about 7:30. One more time. Later guys.